Practice development and common hindrances to meditation practice. Welcome to the 6th practice. Developing a regular practice can be challenging. You need to maintain strong intention and consider your practice an important and health-promoting part of your day. A necessity that does not take the back seat during your busy days. From experience, the following tips can be helpful. 1. Make time. The more regular your practice becomes, the more you notice its beneficial effects. Ideally, you want to have a daily practice, even if for a few minutes. 2. Make place. Do your practice where you feel safe and can be left undisturbed and distraction-free. 3. Set up your smartphone or equivalent with a pleasant sound to begin and to end your practice. 4. When you miss practice, remain kind and non-critical towards yourself. Simply start over and recommit to practice. Remember your intention. 5. You can practice formally, which is typically a regular dedicated practice. You can also practice informally. Consider short practices throughout the day. Formal and informal practices strengthen each other. There are 5 hindrances or challenges to meditation. These are forces in the mind that hinder our ability to see clearly or become concentrated. They are universal and have remained the same over several thousand years. We all experience them. They are natural phenomena that arise in the course of meditation. They are not a sign that meditation is not working or that you are doing something wrong. It does not matter that they arise. What matters is that when they arise, to recognize them and to have a friendly relationship with them. The primary instruction in working with these challenges is to turn them into the object or anchor of meditation. In their subtle or mild forms, noticing and attending to them is enough to dispel them. When the hindrances are strong, we need to become more curious and investigate them. The challenges to meditation are: 1. Craving. Desire by itself is natural. It can become a hindrance when we grasp for it. This can be a subtle wanting or a strong urge. 2. Aversion. This is the experience of dislike, not wanting something, wishing things were different than they are. It can be in the body, mind, or both. This can take the form of a subtle pushing away or strong avoidance. 3. Sloth and torpor. This is an experience of physical drowsiness or mental sluggishness or both. Heaviness of the body and dullness of the mind. During meditation, we want to develop a mind that is both calm and alert. There is a difference between a passive state and a receptive state. Mindfulness requires active engagement in a receptive state. Too much tranquility results in sinking mind. Too much alertness can make us tense and may contribute to past or future orientation rather than the present moment orientation. Recognize when it is happening. Sometimes that is enough. If not, check in with your intention, your posture, and your breath. Directing energy towards the intention can revitalize mind and body. 4. Restlessness and agitation. This too could be experienced in the body or mind. For example, physical restlessness or mental agitation. Recognition, refocusing, and concentration, remembering your intention, smiling, cultivating stillness, and postponing reactivity or activity are helpful ways to deal with restlessness and agitation. Remember Viktor Frankl, between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and freedom. You are at choice to respond always. You do not have to react. And 5, doubt. This is experienced as either doubt about one's own ability to engage in practice of meditation or doubt about the practice or its utility. It is a state of ambivalence and indecision that prevents us from fully applying ourselves and causes us to hold back, which creates a vicious cycle. It is a serious hindrance since it can result in a person giving up practice altogether. Recognition, understanding, studying more, and discussion with a teacher will help with this hindrance. When you notice these hindrances and they persist, think about the acronym RAIN, R-A-I-N, and incorporate it into your practice. Tara Brach, a well-known mindfulness teacher, has a YouTube presentation that I highly recommend. It is close to 1 hour, but I think it is well worth your time. The link can be found in your manual. Briefly, R stands for recognize, the recognition of a hindrance. A stands for accept, allow. Whatever has arisen in the mind or the body, we first recognize it and then we allow it, accept it as it is. It is already here. We make room for it. I stands for investigate, become curious, bring the beginner's mind to it, become aware of all its qualities, subtle or obvious. Ask, can I be with this? Where does it reside in the body? How strong is it? Noticing and aware that if you stay with the experience, it will eventually shift and change. All experiences are impermanent. Get to know it and know it well. And finally, N stands for non-identification, non-personal nature of whatever it is. Witness and observe the experience without personalizing it. It is universal. In our practice today, I invite you to incorporate rain if appropriate. What that means is that when you recognize the mind has wandered away, you pay attention to where the mind wandered to. Has it wandered to a thought, an emotion, a sensation in the body? Any of these above hindrances we talked about? Then allow and accept this new object of attention. Investigate its nature and quality. Observe and witness it without entanglement or without personalizing it, and then bring the attention back to the anchor of the practice. This is not an easy practice. It requires focused attention, acceptance of emotions or the states of the mind that may arise, and patience. Sitting upright, chest open, back straight, alert but also relaxed. Allowing the eyes to close. Bringing the focus of attention from the outside to the room, to the body, and then bringing the attention to the breath. Taking a few full deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling slowly and completely. Now allowing the breath to become natural, comfortable, and effortless. Bringing the attention to the breath, becoming aware of the breath, each in-breath and each out-breath. Noticing the breath just as it is. Following the breath, aware of the breath in the inhalation, aware of the breath in the exhalation. Observing, witnessing each in-breath and each out-breath. When the mind wanders away from the breath, notice what the mind wandered to. Is it a thought, a past thought, a future thought? Is it an emotion, a sound, a body sensation? Observe this. Witness it. And if needs be, remember the rain. What is it? Recognize it. We can label it a past thought, a future thought, a worry thought, a loud sound, a tingling in the body. Welcome it. Accept and allow it. Say yes to whatever it is, to whatever has arisen. How is it? Ask, can I be with this? You may also notice that as you focus your attention, it shifts and changes under the gaze of your attention. Observe it, whatever it is, without personalizing. It is not my thought, it's a thought. It is not my worry, it is worry. It is not my pain, it is a pain sensation. Whenever you're ready, gently bring the attention back to the breath and refocus on each in-breath and each out-breath once again. Simply observing the flow of the breath. in this moment. In this practice, ideally, your attention was focused in the present moment experiences, which was mostly focused on awareness of body and the breath. You used the acronym RAIN to increase your awareness of the sources of distraction or hindrances, and redirected the attention back to the present and to the breath. Thank you for your attention to our 6th audio.